Good morning, my dear students. So today I am going to start location of roots. So this part is very important in quadratic equation. So it will be useful for you for mains and advanced level model problems. So compulsory they are giving one problem from this area. So try to concentrate this part. Okay. So in this location of the roots we are going to discuss 10 different cases. Okay. So consider the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. I am denoting sum of the roots by capital S, which is minus b by a. I am denoting product of the roots by capital P, which is c by a, and d stands for discriminant. Okay. So, and already we discussed in the last sessions, when a positive, the graph it will be upward parabola. When a negative, the graph of y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c will be downward parabola. Okay. So the first case, when both roots are positive, when both roots are positive, when both roots are positive, then when both the roots of this quadratic equation are positive, then in this case we will get, see the diagrams, you get 4 possible cases. So this is alpha, this is beta. So this is when a greater than 0 case. Or you may get like this also. So this is only your alpha as well as beta. Okay, that is only your alpha as well as that is beta. So when a negative, so what you are getting cases, see here, when a is negative, then how you get the graph? See here, alpha, beta, or you may have like this also. If you observe, in all 4 cases the roots are what? Positive. Both the roots of the quadratic are what? Positive. So now I am going to write the conditions. Okay. So if you observe, the roots may be distinct or equal. So in these 2 cases roots are distinct, in these 2 cases are coincident. So that means the discriminant of this quadratic must be either greater than 0 or equal to 0. Okay. Next to second condition, both roots are positive. So both roots are positive means the sum of those 2 positive roots is also positive, you know? So sum of the roots is positive. Next to, as the roots are positive, then their product is also positive, that is P also positive. So these are the 3 different conditions. Okay, when both roots are positive, then these are the 3 conditions. We will get these 4 cases. Okay, so from these 4 cases what we can conclude, the roots may be distinct or coincident. So thus the discriminant is greater than or equal to 0. As both roots are positive, sum is positive, sum of the roots is also positive, product of the roots is also positive. Okay, so this is the first case. Next, second case. Second case. Second case, look at the second case. When both roots are negative, when both roots are negative, that means both roots are less than 0 only, no? So then what are the possible cases for you. See here. So this is our one root, this is another root. Either this case or you will make it like this. Or you may get like this also. Or we'll make it like this also. So this is only your alpha, this is only your beta. Okay. So when both roots are negative, so when A positive, either this or this figure will come. When A negative, either this figure or this figure will come. So from the graphs also, from all the four cases, what we can conclude here also, the roots need not be distinct. So the roots may be distinct or coincident. So that means a discriminant is greater than or equal to 0. This is the first condition for both roots are negative. As both roots are negative, sum of the roots is also negative only. Sum of the roots is also negative. That is minus b by a negative. Next, as the roots, both roots are negative, then the product of the two negative roots, what you will get? Positive only, no? So these are the three conditions when both roots are negative. So these are the three conditions. Discriminant greater than or equal to 0, sum of the roots is a negative, product of the roots is positive. So based upon this, I am going to give one example based upon first case and second case. So I solved first case model problem. You will try second case model problem. Okay. So find the value of k. Find the value of k for which the equation, the quadratic equation x square minus kx plus x square minus 4x plus k is equal to 0. Have both roots are positive. Okay. Find the value of k for which the roots of this equation are positive. That means both roots are positive. So when both roots are positive, what are the possible cases? Then anyway here A is what? 1 positive. So then approximately you will get the graph will be either like this or like this. According to the question, both roots are what? Positive. Correct? So as both roots are positive, first case is what? Discriminant greater than or equal to 0. So what is the discriminant? B square minus 4 whole square, 16 minus 4ac, 4 into 1 into k, 4k. It should be greater than or equal to 0. That means 4k is less than or equal to 16. That means k is less than or equal to 4. So this is the one condition, first condition. What is the second condition? Sum of the roots must be positive. So what is the sum of the roots? Minus b by a. What you will get? 4 by 1. It is positive. Okay. So which is always true. Third one, product of the roots must be positive. So what is the product of the roots here? K. C by a, k by 1 is positive. So thus this is the equation 1, this is the equation 2, this is the equation 3. So we have to find common solution of 1, 2 and 3. So from equation 2 we did not get anything because we did not get any k here. So from equation 1 k less than or equal to 4. From equation 3 what is k? Greater than 0. So from equations 1, 2 and 3 what is the common part? So k must be what? Lie between 0 and 4. So that means k belongs to 0, interval 0, 4, 0 not included, 4 included. Okay. So for these values of k, the given equation, the equation has two roots which are positive. Okay, so the given equation has both roots are positive only for these values of k. Okay, so the same model problem you take homework for negativity. Okay, you take x square minus kx plus 4 is equal to 0. The condition is both roots are negative. Both roots are negative. So these model problems are asked in the JEE mains and advanced also. So concentrate this part. Okay. So based upon first concept, first case, I did one problem. Based upon second case, you solve this problem. Homework. Okay. Next to case 3. Next to case 3. So the case 3 is the roots, when the roots of opposite sign. Case 3 is when the roots of opposite sign. So opposite sign means what? One root should be positive, other root should be negative. Okay, so that means one is less than 0, another one is greater than 0. So in this case you will get only two cases. So the graph may be like this. So this is our one root alpha, this is another root beta. Okay, next to, or you will make it this case. So one root is alpha, other root is beta. See here alpha negative root, beta is positive root. Here also same, alpha negative, beta is positive root. So this is when a greater than 0 case, when a is less than 0 case. So here we are getting how many graphs? Only two graphs, two cases only. Okay. So from these two cases, what we can obtain the condition? So here it is not possible that both the roots are equal, because opposite sign means they never equal. Okay. So that means your discriminant should be greater than 0, because the roots are real and distinct. Okay. So discriminant greater than 0. Next, second case. Observe the second case. As they are opposite sign, then the product of the roots must be what? Less than 0 only. Na? So because one is positive, other one is negative. So plus into minus, minus only. Na? So positive value into negative value only. Na? So product of the roots is negative. And here sum of the roots, we can't say it is equal to 0. It is not possible. We can't say sum of the roots is equal to 0. So, and remember, whenever we are discussing in these cases, whenever you are getting d greater than 0, this case is a need not be checked. Okay, it is not necessary to check. Not necessary to check. Okay, because it is not required. It is only enough. So this is only important condition here. So whenever d greater than 0 case is there, that is you don't check. It is not necessary to check. So it doesn't affect the problem. So this is only important. P less than 0. Okay. But d greater than or equal to 0 case is there, then you consider that part. So like first case, second case, we got d greater than or equal to 0 now. So you have to consider that case. While solving the problem, this is not required to take. Okay, d greater than 0 case is there, that is not necessary to check. Okay, example. So one example you see. The problem is given x square minus m minus 3 into x plus m is equal to 0. Find the value of m for which the roots of this quadratic equation are of opposite sign. So as they are opposite sign, the product of the roots must be what? Less than 0 here. So what is the product of the roots? C by A. That means m by 1 should be less than 0. That means m is less than 0. That means m belongs to what you will get? Minus infinity comma 0. So no need to check discriminant greater than 0. So if you check and if you find intersection of first case and second case also, you will get this case only, this answer only. So if you check D, if you find D, I am writing directly discriminant, you will get m minus 1 into m minus 3. Okay, m minus 1 into m minus 9. If you take it is greater than 0, it is possible only when m is greater than 1 or less than 9. Sorry, less than 1 or greater than 9. M is less than 1 or greater than 9. So what is the intersection of these two solutions? Again the same solution above one only. No? That means by taking D greater than 0, it doesn't affect the answer. Okay. So whenever in a case D greater than 0 is there, you need not be check that condition in while solving the problems. Okay. But D greater than or equal to 0 is there, you have to compulsory check that condition also while solving the problems. So this is an important note. Okay. Next to, after the third case, next to fourth case. Fourth case. So the roots are numerically equal. When the roots are numerically equal, but opposite in sign, So this is the fourth case. Okay, when the roots are numerically equal but opposite in sign. So like 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3, alpha minus alpha. Then in this case you will get two cases, two possible graphs. So one root is if you take alpha, other root will be minus alpha. When A positive you will get this graph. When A negative you will get this graph. This is alpha, this is minus alpha. Okay. So here also clearly the roots are distinct only. Then discriminant what you will get? Greater than 0. Then here as they are numerically equal but opposite in sign. So what is the sum of the roots? Alpha minus alpha. If you add, what do you get? 0. And third case, third condition, what you will get? Product of the roots? Negative. One is positive, other one is negative. So product what you will get? Negative. So what is the difference between third and fourth? In third they are of opposite sign. So opposite sign, but they may numerically equal, may not equal. That means in third case the roots may be like minus 2 comma 3. But in the fourth case the roots are minus 2 comma 2, minus 3 comma 3, like that only. Okay. So here also D greater than 0 is there. This condition not necessary. This condition is not necessary to check while solving the problems. So only important conditions are sum of the roots is 0 and product of the roots is less than 0. Okay. So this is the fourth case. Next to fifth case. Fifth case, when both roots are greater than some constant k. When both roots are greater than some constant k. That means alpha is greater than k and beta is also greater than k. Then in this case, what are the possible graphs? See, observe. So this is our alpha, this is beta, so this is k. Okay. So alpha, beta both are greater than k, or we'll make it like this also. Alpha, beta both are greater than k, or you may get these cases also. So this is only our alpha, that is only our beta greater than k. Next we will get this case. This is only our alpha, this is only our beta, this is k. So when A positive, these are the two possibilities. When A negative, these are the two possibilities. And observe here also, the roots need not be distinct, they may be distinct or equal. So the first case, or first condition, what will get? Discriminant greater than 0 or equal to 0. If roots may be distinct or equal, so discriminant greater than or equal to 0. And the second case, if you observe, as both roots are greater than k, as both roots are greater than k, then their sum is greater than 2k only. Their sum is greater than k plus k, 2k only. So that is S is greater than 2k. That is S is nothing but minus b by a only. So minus b by a greater than 2k. Next, third condition. Observe here, when A positive, this is the graph, or this will be the graph. Okay. So when x value k, so for x value k, the graph of the function is above x or below x? Above x. For x is equal to k, the graph is what? Above the x-axis. That means the value of the function, is greater than 0 at x is equal to k. So that means what is the condition we have here? When A positive, f of k also positive. What is f of x? So what is f of x? F of x is ax square plus bx plus c only. F of x is what? Ax square plus bx plus c only. F of x or y. So it is equal to what? Ax square plus bx plus c only. So when x is equal, when A positive, for x is equal to k, graph is above x-axis. That means here above x-axis means the value of the function at k is positive. So when A positive, f of k positive. Here also if you observe, when A positive, f of k is positive. But when A negative, here what happened? For x is equal to k, at x is equal to k, graph is below x-axis. So a value of the function at k is negative. So that means when A negative, f of k is negative. So that means what you observe, when A positive, f of k positive. When A negative, f of k negative. That means in both cases product is what? Positive. So that's what we have. A into f of k is positive. So these are the three conditions. Discriminant greater than or equal to 0. Sum is greater than 2k, or sum s by 2 is greater than k. And A into f of k is greater than 0. Okay, these are the three conditions. Here discriminant greater than or equal to 0 is there. We have to check this condition. If strictly greater than 0 is there, don't consider that condition. Okay, while solving the problem, no need to check that condition. Next, sixth case. So I am changing here only. When both roots are less than k. When both roots are less than k. So here now again here also we will get 4 cases. So 4 graphs. When both roots are less than k. That means alpha is less than k. Beta also less than k. Alpha is less than k. Beta also less than k. Okay. So here if you observe, here also this is the sixth case. When both roots are less than k, these are the 4 possibilities. So from these 4 possibilities, what we can conclude? Discriminant is greater than or equal to 0 because the roots need not be distinct. They may be distinct or equal. So discriminant greater than or equal to 0. So in this case, both roots are what? Less than k. Then sum of the roots is less than 2k. Alpha less than k, beta less than k. So alpha plus beta less than k plus k. alpha less than k, beta less than k, then alpha plus beta, what you will get? Less than k plus k, 2k. That is the sum of the roots is less than 2k, and a into f of k is positive as usual, because when a positive, f of k is positive. When a negative, f of k is negative. Okay, so these are the three conditions when both roots are less than k. Discriminant greater than or equal to 0, sum of the roots less than 2k, and a into f of k is positive. Okay, and here also we must have to check this condition. Greater than 0 only you can neglect. Next, seventh case. Seventh case. When seventh case is when one root is less than k, one root is less than k, and other root greater than k. One root is less than k, other root is greater than k. That means k is a lie between the roots. K is lie between the roots. See, alpha is smaller than k, beta is greater than k. So in this case, we'll get the graphs like this. So when a positive, this is the case. So when a negative, so this will be the possibility. So k may be any number between alpha and beta. Okay. So by looking these two graphs, we can say that the roots are clearly distinct. So discriminant is greater than 0, real and distinct. So discriminant greater than 0. Okay. And when a positive, what is f of k? When a positive at x is equal to k, graph is below x-axis, so f of k negative. And when a negative at x is equal to k, graph is above x-axis, so graph is above x-axis, so f of k is positive. That means when a positive, f of k negative. When a negative, f of k positive. That means a and f of k are of opposite signs. Then their product must be what? Negative. But here also, in case of the problems they have this kind of problems, you will check this one only, because no need to check this d greater than 0 condition. This is the only important condition. Okay. Okay, d greater than 0, no need to check. Next, eighth case, exactly one root. Eighth case, exactly one root lying in the interval, open interval k1 comma k2, where k1 k2 are some real numbers. Exactly one root lying in the open interval k1 comma k2, open interval k1 comma k2. So that means either alpha may be lie between k1 k2, beta may be lie between k1 and k2. So when a positive, these are the two possible cases. So this is the alpha, this is the beta. So this is say k2, this is k1. Or beta may be lie between k1 and k2. So in first two cases, a positive only, no? Next. Or the graph may be like this also. So here this case A negative na. Fourth case also A negative. So this is the K1, this is the K2. Observe all the cases. In all the cases what we observed? Exactly one root is lie between K1 and K2. So clearly what will be the first condition? Discriminant should be greater than 0 only, no? Because the roots must be what? Distinct. Now when observe this, if you observe in all cases, f of K1, f of K2 are of opposite sign only. See here, in this case f of K1 positive, here f of K2 negative. Because when at K1 graph is above x-axis, at K2 graph is below x-axis, so f of K1 positive, f of K2 is negative. Here f of K1 positive, f of K2 negative. Here f of K1 negative, f of K2 positive. Here f of K1 positive, f of K2 negative. So that means f of K1, f of K2 are of opposite sign. That means their product must be what? Less than 0. Because one is positive sign, other one is negative sign. So then the product is less than 0. Here also this condition no need to check because D strictly greater than 0. So no need to check D greater than 0. Wherever the cases in which so D greater than or equal to 0 case only you have to check. Okay. Suppose so if you observe first case and second case, so what we are getting D greater than or equal to 0. So that is you have to check. But D strictly greater than 0 is there. It is not necessary to check while solving the problems. Okay. Why am I again and again repeating? So if I repeat again and again, you won't check this condition so that you can save the time while solving those problems in the examination. Next, ninth condition. This is the 8th case. Sorry, not 9th condition. 8th case is over. Next, 9th case. Next, 9th case. So 9th case is when both roots lying in the interval, open interval K1 comma K2, when both roots lying between K1 and K2. So then what you will get the graphs, possible graphs. See, when both roots are lie between K1 and K2 or in the interval, open interval K1 comma K2. So either this case you will get or you will make it like this. Or you will get like this. This is only our alpha as well as beta. Or you will get like this. So observe in all the possibilities, alpha, the roots are lie between K1 and K2. Okay. So clearly from all the possibilities what we can conclude, first condition, the roots are need not be distinct, so discriminant is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, because the roots may be distinct or equal, so discriminant greater than or equal to 0. Next, second condition, observe. So if you consider the second condition, it is nothing but union of fourth and fifth cases. Okay. So when A is positive, f of K1 as well as f of K2 positive. When A negative, f of K1, f of K2 negative. Because when A positive, at K1 and K2 graph is above x-axis. So that means f of K1, f of K2 positive. When A negative, at x is equal to k1 and at x is equal to k2 graph is below x-axis. That means f of k1, f of k2 negative. So that means when a positive, f of k1, f of k2 positive. So that means a into f of k1 is positive only, no? Also a into f of k2 is also positive, no? When a positive, this product is positive, no? When a negative also, f of k1 and f of k2 both are negative numbers. Then a into f of k1 is still positive. Again a into f of k2 is also still positive. Am I correct? Okay. And also here, clearly k1 less than alpha less than k2. Correct? K1 is less than, beta is less than k2. On adding these two inequalities, what you will get? 2k1 less than alpha plus beta is nothing but what? Sum of the roots less than 2k2. This is the third condition. Okay. So from all these four graphs, what we can conclude? Discriminant greater than or equal to 0 because the roots may be distinct or equal. So real and equal or distinct. So that's why discriminant greater than or equal to 0. And if when a positive, f of k1 positive, when a negative, f of k1 negative, so a into f of k1 product is positive. When a positive, f of k2 positive, when a negative, f of k2 negative, so the product a into f of k2 positive. And according to the question, both roots are lying between k1 and k2 means alpha is lie between k1 and k2, beta also lie between k1 and k2. Then the sum is, so adding these two inequalities, k1 plus k1 is 2k1, alpha plus beta is nothing but sum of the roots s, k2 plus k2 is 2k. So these are the three conditions. Okay. Next, last 10th case, 10th case, okay. So last case, 10th case. The 10th case is one root is less than k1 and other root is greater than k2. Other root is greater than k2. One root is less than k1, other root is greater than k2. That means k1, k2 both are lie between alpha and beta. Nothing but roots. Both k1 and k2 are lie between alpha and beta. So here we will get only two cases. This is alpha, this is beta, and this is k1, this is k2. So you may get like this. So this is our alpha, this is our beta. So k1, k2. See here, one root is less than k1, alpha less than k1. Other root is greater than k2. So beta greater than k2. Here also see, one root alpha is less than k1. Other root beta is greater than k2. Correct? So here if you observe, when a positive, f of k1, f of k2. Negative. Okay. When a negative, f of k2, f of k1 positive. Because when a positive, at k1 graph is below x-axis, at k2 also graph is below x-axis, so f of k1, f of k2 negative. When a negative, at k1 and k2 the graph is above x-axis, so f of k1, f of k2 positive. That means here from these two cases what we can conclude, a and f of k1 are of opposite sign, a and f of k2 are of opposite sign. So what we have the condition, a into f of k1 less than 0 and a into f of k2 is less than 0, and moreover discriminant is what? Greater than 0, because here roots is not possibly coincident. But while solving the problems, this condition need not be checked because if d greater than 0 here. So in all those 10 cases, d greater than 0 case is there, that is not required to check. D greater than or equal to 0 is there, that must you have to check. That condition you must have to check. Okay. I hope you understand all these 10 cases. Okay. So with this, I am going to close this session. Thank you.